welcome to iGaming Africa. My name is Miss Kifinji and I will be your host. Right here with me is Mr. Curtis, who is the head of content as well as the co-founder iGaming Features East Africa, and he is the reason we are here today because he has organized this event. Welcome, Curtis.
Hey, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Is there something else that I didn't say you do?
There's a few things, but we'll leave that for now. These are the main things. It's the most important for today, you know?
All right.
Yeah.
So you bringing together innovators, operators from the gaming industry, thought leaders. What is your hope when you are curating this year's agenda?
It's a good question. I think to just kind of take it back a little bit, I've been in the industry for like over 10 years, working in especially the African market. Started with events like Ice Africa and Gaming in Africa in like 2017, 2016. And since then, I go into a lot of different African gaming events. And one thing that I noticed is that there is a bit of a lack of value being given at some events. You know, a lot of African events that I've been to, I don't see so many operators, you know? I don't see the people who are actually on the ground really doing the work and making the industry what it is, you know? And that's something that really frustrated me. Especially in East Africa, we've got major events in South Africa. We've got a couple of major events in West Africa, but nothing really that I could see that was really making a difference at this point in East Africa. So we felt to do iGaming Future East Africa, where we could create a space where all the operators can come together, we can get some real valuable insight, networking, and have a good lunch. Yes. Because we're at a carnivore restaurant, everybody knows how great their food is. I can smell it now, I'm hungry, you know? So I think we just wanted to give everybody a good time and a good experience. So that's kind of the main inspiration behind the event. And if you were to go in there now, you will see that we've got a lot of people on the floor, and it's at least 90% operators. Yes. And that's something that you don't find a lot, you know? So that's kind of why we wanted to really bring this together.
Yeah. Were there any trends that you, when you saw them towards the end of last year and this year, that you thought, these trends, we have to put them on this stage, this summit? Yeah,
well, I mean, we can't really talk without mentioning crash games.
Okay.
You know, we know that's something that has really skyrocketed. It's been a little bit controversial in recent times, especially in Kenya. You know, but I think things are being worked out. We have the Association of Gaming Operators for Kenya in attendance, and I've been speaking with them, and I think there's a lot of progress that's going to be made. But I mean, that is definitely a massive trend that I see a lot of people talking about. We've got sessions talking about the most popular content happening on the continent. So that's something that we really have to talk about. And of course, responsible gaming, responsible gambling. That's something that is very important, especially when we're thinking about how to cement the future of the industry, you know? Because if we don't look after the players and really encourage player protection, then, you know, we'll see it going down the wrong path, you know? And you see the industry getting even more heavily punished by the government and the regulators. So I think it's really important that we talk about responsible gambling. We have some really good sessions talking about responsible gambling. And yeah, so those two things are quite important, as well as a few other things, but I think those are the ones I'd like to mention. Yeah.
Now, as you highlight the innovation, because as someone who's leading content, it means you have to highlight innovation, what is coming up. But how do you balance highlighting this innovation, but at the same time being able to address the very real challenges that operators and regulators face?
Well, I mean, naturally, we're in Kenya, which is the tech hub of East Africa, maybe the tech hub of Africa in general. There's no secret there. So it's very hard to be engaging in the Kenyan audience without talking about innovation. It comes naturally, especially to this part of the world. So I think that's that. But also, iGaming Future, we describe ourselves more as a community. We are our attendees, our readers, our audience. That's who we are. So because of our strong relationship with our audience and the people that read our content, people that attend our events, we are able to have a really good idea of what is really close to the heart of the industry. And that really helps us to shape the content, what we talk about, and what we promote. Yes.
Now, you do so much online, yeah?
Yes.
But retail betting is still dominating East Africa, especially.
Yeah.
Why do you think, the journey to online is a little bit slower, and what needs to change so that we can accelerate the process?
Do you know what? It's an interesting one, because I don't know if there needs to be one or the other. I think both can exist, coexist, I believe like one of our speakers, Eric Mwai from Wezabet, he was talking about this, and he said that the Kenyan people or East African people are very social, and I think a large part of the betting experience is going to the shop, seeing the other people, socializing, they watch the match together, they watch the sports games together. So there's a large social element that comes along with the retail side of betting, which isn't always as easy to replicate online, And I think just due to the nature of the Kenyan people really gravitating to a more social side of things, I think that's why the retail market is still thriving, and rather than it being retail or online, we could do omni-channel, where we can do an experience where we can incorporate the retail side and online. There's lots of different things that operators are doing, like online vouchers that you can cash in the shop, and streaming online, and there's lots of ways to kind of cross the boundaries, and we've been talking about that today as well. So that's what I see.
Now, from where you sit, what is the biggest myth that is known about the gaming industry in East Africa?
I think the biggest myth, it's a difficult one. I think rather than myth, like one of the misconceptions, and I think this is again another kind of topic that we've been in touch on in the event today, but just that East Africa is going to enjoy and consume content the same way that West Africa does, or the same way that South Africa does. It's very different, the way that people consume the content and kind of their betting patterns and things like that. It's very unique to the region, and I think more, industry stakeholders need to take notice of that and really focus on localizing and engaging the tone of the local market. And I think that's something that we need to pay more attention to going forward.
All right, Curtis, as I let you go, please let us know, what is it, one thing that you want every attendee to leave this summit knowing?
I want them to know that they are important, and that it is their opinion that really matters, especially to us, and we are only here to service them.
All right.
And that's it.
That's it. All right, that is it from Curtis, who is the co-founder of iGaming Features in East Africa and also the content lead there. Thank you so much, Curtis, for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on putting this together.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Cheers, guys.
Thank you for watching.